diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. Meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Murphy. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Fields going to change things up here. first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Fields. And that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown.
Bro, why do we play this dumbass game?
Touchdown now on
Just need to understand why.
The Bears are on the board first here this afternoon.
Bro, nigga was literally right there. How do you move out the way? Look at you.
They're getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So that's going to answer your question right there.
After the touchdown, here's Trenton Gill to kick it away.
Let's see. I need to practice anyway.
Bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You look at this Bears defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 3rd down, Ray. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. He's on his... And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Looking to throw on second down. Ray, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. This is fielded at the 27. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
To throw is Fields. And he's caught. He's across midfield. Still going. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Point after, right down the middle. 21-0 our score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
We got this. We'll take that. Thank you. We are in it to win it. Here we go. Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go, Scott. Go.
Fields on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
On 1st down, it's Fields. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 9. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now Fields going to move him around. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Bears continue to pull away here in this 1st half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 28-0. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. And he rifles one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Ray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fields throw taken in by Hawkinson here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now it's Fields. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hey, Ken.
Here's Fields. That'll be caught by Rice. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's bring it in. Get ready. Woo! Here they come. Take it to the crib. Come on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here's they begin their first series of the second. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. 53 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard.
Blue striker. Blue check. Switch. Yellow. Ready.
Up the middle they go. Weathers. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Weathers. 20. 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Point after, right
Touchdown, bitch.
So
Fuck you.
one score back.
Hey, those
Still
dumbass Chicago
way to go
Bears.
here in the third quarter. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Nigga, my whole defense won't do shit to any side. Look at this.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
No, he plays good other days. I just don't know what to do with this motherfucker, so he does whatever he wants.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
I know, watch
Well,
this.
partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Is that
This offensive
Amon?
game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Eluding the pressure right. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny them the first down yardage. But it's only second and short.
Oh.
So that run
This one is a superstar.
to a new set
This
of
was the
downs.
X Factor, I think.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking
Nah,
a little
dude named
further
Gray.
down inside the 40.
Yeah. I got X Factor
just
running
7
back.
carries.
Superstar.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive going right here.
That's the one who scored a
First
touchdown.
down throw, Fields.
You got that one.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their
You
heels,
got
but they had a
everything else
brief
you needed.
pause
You
by
don't
forcing
need
the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
You don't need no X Factor. He did the right thing.
Now Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, yes. Yeah, comeback season.
They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
I'm about to say, if that shit hit the one and bounce back, I might
into
quit.
the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's because they slow. Nah, bro. All these niggas slow. Watch this.
Off play action. Ray. He's going to float this over the middle.
Oh, your dude's slow. Look at he caught. Look at his slow ass. He caught. He got like a, I don't know, 92 maybe.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff running for the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Not trading with you no more.
He's going to try and do this himself. He'll pitch it back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. But not much on that run, Charles.
You know that play.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I don't got no tricks in my playbook. That's the problem.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 75 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers in the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, he's still comfortably in command. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Off the play fake. Ray. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Ray. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. This one stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I was pressing that button before I even caught the ball.
Here's a give up the middle.
Come on.
He stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield, guy who can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All right, guys.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back.
This is for
after
pride,
this.
bro. For motherfucking pride. I got pride, right?
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line.
Number
Here's
40.
2nd and
That nigga's
goal.
a problem, bro. Make it easier for me. Who played it up there?
Hands it off out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of
Hunter, I
play.
gave you for free.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay
My
off.
dumb
We'll
ass,
see
I
if
ain't
they
even
can,
used
but
the
this is
safety you
3rd
gave
and
me.
goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Yeah.
And somewhat of a measure. But they're still trying
Go,
to
that's 2 for my backup running back.
Able to smile about it.
Let's go, man. Make this comeback. Onside.
Extra point right down the middle. And he's down to 24.
Gee, you ain't scoring if I onside. Watch
First
this.
of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds
Unless
to
you
go
running
in the
back is
football
mad and
game.
stupid.
So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. this hands team able to pounce on it
Really
and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And
Pick.
I know we've brought analytics into the game.
Don't do that mesh spot shit.
That the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick,
Fucking
80%
running
of the
back
time,
wheel.
the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Landry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at
It wasn't even blitz. It was, but like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing all the way over there. That's what I hate about Madden. How are you supposed to cover 3 the left side of the field, but you lined up on the right side of the field?
And held him to a short gain.
Shit's stupid. You're not fucking Bo Jackson. You saying Bo? You fucking Byron Murphy. Slow as dirt.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This game. That's why you can't use it at D-line. You can't use it at linebacker. You can't use it at safety. Somebody gonna be open.
Touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Watch me score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here.
If y'all don't get this shit, y'all stink. Oh.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer.
Nobody do it better than me, not incredibly. I do this competitively.